Good job, Marley. Where are we located, bud?
We are located at
Port Orleans Riverside.
Port Orleans Riverside. Getting confused with French Quarters? Sorry.
Jump around this side. That's a pool up there.
Straight across the bridge.
We're actually going around the Riverside Resort. We're actually right now going by the big mill here. You got the old water wheel there. That's one of our favorite places to eat on property. Now we're coming into the old Alligator Bayou section back there. You need to get a bell like this. That's he needs a bell. Ding, ding, ding. All right, ring the bell, Marley. Yeah, that one down there. And this is actually another place that you can stay over here at the Port Orleans. All right, Marley. And again, Marley. Yeah, I stayed here years ago. I think back in like 2006. It's actually a cool little section out here. It doesn't look anything like the actual resort. It's got its own theming. It's like, I always thought it was like the overflow to Port Orleans, but it's got its own little theming back here. It's like you're way out, but you can walk over. You got the bridges there. But it's way out here, and the buses also service out here. And this trail goes all the way around the Riverside Resort. So you're going to see not only this section, but the other bigger homes as you're coming around the backside over near the actual hospitality house. These are nice. These are just nice little bikes to take you around. You get to see a little bit of the resort. Ring the bell, Marley. There you go. And here's your little sign over here. And here's one of the Alligator Bayou signs. Little alligator on top, your little signs, and these are all the rooms out here. It's set up like every other resort, but they're just out here. We just passed that lady over on the when we were going across the bridge. All right, Marley, ring the bell. Ring the bell. Thank you. Yeah, because if people don't hear the bell and you don't start ringing it, they'll stay in the road and then you could hurt somebody. That's why you ring the bell. And these are the houses here. This is what most people are familiar with when they see Riverside and Port Orleans, these houses. And this section here is actually the Acadian house. So each one has its own section. There's like little groups. There's your sign up there, and there's a pool actually over here. section here is broken up. I think it's in 4 sections. So they have the names, so that way when you're just like any other resort, when you turn around and walk over with your luggage and stuff, you know where you're going. If you don't identify your sign, you're not going to walk down there and look around. But this is going to be the rest of the Magnolia section. And then up here we're coming up on another sign, and it's going to show you what this is. And over here is the back of the actual resort, and this actually years ago used to be the Dixie Landings Resort. Now it's Port Orleans Riverside, and the other side is still French Quarters. That's more Louisiana Mardi Gras stuff. And over here is we got the Oak Manor section. So this will tell you right here on the sign, and this is this type of building. And then you got the waterway. So the waterway over here on the right hand side, this waterway is actually going to take you all the way down to the downtown or the Disney Springs area. So this whole waterway, which is going to take the boating over to the right here, you'll load on the boat to the right, and then it'll take you right on down this waterway all the way down to Disney Springs. And it'll also stop along the way over at the French Quarters, so you can get out at the French Quarters if you want, or just continue down to Disney Springs. And at Disney Springs you can get off the boat and switch off to one that'll take you over to the Old Key West Resort. It's actually a nice resort over here. And this here is still part of Oak Manor, and we're getting ready to switch over to the next section, and I think it's actually the last section. I'm gonna pronounce it Partier Place, and I'm probably wrong on that, but Partier Place. So this is gonna tell you this section here, which looks slightly different than the other buildings, is another part of the resort. So this is where you'll be coming over with your luggage, and then you just find a building that's associated with your number, and that's where you're gonna be staying. That's the bridge in front of us. That actually, it's a car bridge. Actually, it's going to take the traffic over that, but we're going to have to go up and stay on the right side of that. They got like a little Surrey bike trail on the right, and that takes you around to the other side, and it's a big loop. So this is pretty much the ending of the loop. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to actually head on over to the French Quarters. So back in the day they didn't allow that, but now they're letting you take the Surrey bikes down to the French Quarters. We're gonna take the bicycles. I think the bicycles themselves are so much more fun. The Surrey bikes I like. The bicycles, you can go in and out of all the little alleyways. So you can actually go in and out of where all the houses are, the little resort rooms, all the little sidewalks, all the trails, because they're smaller, so they're compact to just about anything. You can get anywhere, you're quicker. So if you're renting these bikes they can get pretty pricey if you're going past your timeline. But we're gonna rent the regular bikes today, and they were $9 for like a half an hour, 18 bucks all day, I guess. All right, now we're going up this hill. This is the hard part, guys, and there's one more along the trail. So if you guys go out, make sure you got pedalers in the bike, or you're going to be getting out and pushing this thing. I think all the years I've done this, I've actually had to push it once or twice. And here comes a boat, and that boat's the one that takes you down to Disney Springs, as most people from years ago are familiar with downtown Disney area. Whew. And this is the big hill that goes down. So on the end of this, you want to use your brakes. You don't want to go out into the waterway, guys, or get in an accident. And this is, like I said, going to be the first time we filmed where we're actually going down to the French Quarters. So we're coming up here to the stop sign, and then we're going to take a right. There's our stop sign. On the wrong side of the road, but it's a stop sign. We're clear. All right, let's do this. Something new. We've walked this tons of times. but we've never actually taken the bikes over here, so this should be fun. Me and Morgan actually took the bicycles over here. We rented the small bicycles and we did that, I believe it was the beginning of last year. So this is totally new, taking the Surrey Bikes. We'll see how hard it is to pedal this. But especially with these resorts being connected with each other, it's actually nice to get over and see it. It's just pretty on the backside here. If you don't take the waterway and actually get on the boats and look at these resorts from back here, you would never see how this looks. And that's the big thing, is just paying attention to see what the backs of the buildings look like, because they're just beautiful from the water side. You don't see them from the front side, it's all jammed into trees, but back here, everything's so wide open back here, and the colors do really stand out. I've never actually stayed, I don't believe, over here. I don't recall. I might have, but I don't recall staying here. But it's one that you always just, every time you come here, you're like, man, I want to stay here. It's just real pretty. And now we're gonna have to try to find where we're going over here, because we're not familiar with the trails over here. So we're gonna have to take a look at what we got. Hopefully not get yelled at by anybody. Yeah, they got the new map here. That's pretty cool. So they show you where you can go. Now we're winging this. Morgan says this is the way we go, so hopefully it's the way to go. And once again, this is the Port Orleans French Quarter side of this. Let's hope we're not in the wrong area. Oh. Oh, no yelling, so that's a good sign, guys. Yeah, this should they should have little signs up here that say Surrey Bikes, or maybe it's just because it's newer or something like that. But yeah, this is pretty to come down these streets like this. It's almost like it was made for the Surrey Bikes. And this is a little court square over here where you can actually throw around a football. And it's still early, so it's quiet. Most people are going into the parks or eating right now. We're still winging it. Hopefully it's the right way. All right, here's the back of the actual main lobby of the French Quarters here. So right here to the right in front of Morgan's camera right there, that's where you're going to go and eat in there. That's the Sassagoula. And you got the main lobby over to the right here, and then over to the left here. See if Morgan can swing it around. We're going to get the pool.
Playground and the pool.
So there's your pool down yonder here. And then over to the right here, you got the Jackson Square little store. And these stores are actually cool. Even though they're small, they're cool to check them out. Sometimes you get that merchandise in there you just can't find anywhere else. Little playground area here. We're gonna take a left here. And this is going to take us back out onto the boardwalk area there. That's going to take us back over to the Port Orleans.
We're ready to ring the bell.
That's going to be Riverside we're heading to. And this is the pool as we're going by it here, guys. So recently they had the, this is the water park that they put in here for this section. They put this in a couple years back. And then they've got the big dragon pool over here. And they just refurbished that once again. I think I was down filming this one about a year and a half ago. And they got fresh paint on it. We're gonna see that better as we get outside, guys, on the, it looks like a boardwalk, but it's actually just a big walking trail. And this is their boat dock right here. So if you guys are looking to grab a boat, this is where you're gonna be coming. And here comes the boat right now, as I said. So this one's coming over from the Riverside. It's going to make it stop here, and then it's going to continue on down over to the Disney Springs area. And over here to the left, if Morgan can get it in there, we got the swimming pool one more time, and we're getting to go by here. And we're going to have Morgan get out and do a quick film of that for you.
And here we go, back to the Surrey Bike.
And here we go again, guys. We're going to continue on over again to the Riverside. There you go, Marley. Once again, it's a nice little scenic walk or a scenic bike ride. And now, if you take the smaller bikes over, you got more time to spend going in and out of all the little cutty corners and all the little side roads. We did that last time we took the bikes out, and it was a lot of fun. You just spend a lot of time, and it's cool. You actually get back early, but you've done so much more. But them little bikes are so much faster, and they're easier to pedal. So when you got the hills, you're not killing yourself going up the hills, guys. And here comes another Surrey bike.
Fellow Surrey bikers.
With a lot of people in it.
And these bikes, I don't know if a lot of you guys are familiar with this, but I think I put it out in one of the other videos. These bikes are actually upwards of like $3,000 to $5,000 if you want to buy one of these. We're looking to get one for around my house. And they had ones that were pretty banged up, and you could get them like with just the wheels and like a beat up, just a center chassis on the thing. The frame on the thing was like $1,500, $2,000, and you still had to restore it. It's like, that's crazy money, but they're so much fun. And if you guys ever do pick one of these up, keep it in the garage, keep it clean. You don't want this thing to fall apart. And actually, this would be the coolest little bike to have if you had a little weed whacker engine on it. Little rack and pinion steering down there. It's all drum brakes. That's old fashioned, but it's pretty nice. I got some nice rims on it. And if you guys do take one of these out, make sure you get one with inflated tires.
Yep.
We're getting ready to head underneath the bridge now. We're heading back over to Riverside, and we got one more big hill to get up. So hopefully we have enough energy in our legs to make it up the hill. Otherwise, Marley's gonna have to push us up. No. I'm not sure we're gonna make it up that hill, because this here really ain't a hill, and we're dying getting up there.
That was like almost flat ground, and that was hard. Then we're back in Riverside.
It's easier to just park it in a canal down there.
We made it. I don't have to push now.
And there's another Surrey bike way across.
You don't have to do any pedaling, Marty. When you get a little taller, you're going to be where I am.
Yep, and me and Morgan are going to be up there.
I don't need to
Yeah.
do this yet because
Once again, they are the actual resort rooms that you're going to stay in when you're over here at the Riverside, and it's broken up into 4 sections back there, and then over to the far left that you're not going to see, that's like the Alligator Bayou section, and that looks totally different. It's like its own set of resorts in a resort. So very different theming. So you can see here, this is really elegant looking. On the other side, it's more like down in the bayou setting. And you guys been down to Louisiana and stuff.
You going up the hill here?
Yeah, we got some good energy making it here, so we're not stopping.
Yeah.
But they changed the,
Whew.
seems like they changed the pitch of that. Usually we're struggling really bad to get up there. Today wasn't so bad.
One time we had to push it up there.
Yep.
And we were recording on that one.
And here we are back at the old water tower here. Identifies the resort, Port Orleans. Over to the left here, you got the Medicine Show Arcade. We got that in another video. Morgan filmed it. We're trying to come up with some different ideas this year with the channel. Make it a little more user-friendly. We got so many different ideas from people that want us to do so many different things. It's really hard to think about what we're gonna do, but we're gonna try to start off this year right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna bring this in, park it. I guess that's it, guys.
And here we are.
And the Surrey Bikes for 20 bucks for the first 30 minutes, if you guys are wondering. 20 bucks first 30 minutes.
See you in the next one.